Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Bailey. If you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram for more content at Baileystewartmgmt. Today's video is a review of the Buff Bunny Essentials capsule drop. So it's a smaller drop. I also want to note, never feel pressure to shop. I do these reviews to give you guys the info you need. I feel like every brand has been having so many different launches and sales and it feels overwhelming. Just know if you're maybe really wanting the baby tees, can't do it right now, they are going to be a core piece 2025. So again, don't feel like you need to buy them now. They will be coming back. And again, this review is just to give you guys info on the launch and the pieces dropping, but never to pressure you to shop. The colorways in only certain pieces are lipstick red, ring pop, which is very similar to Pop Rocks. They just couldn't name it Pop Rocks because it was the slightest bit different. Lover's Pink, Bone White, Barista Blue, Mocha Berry, Cold Brew, and Onyx Black. We have the Halo Fabric, which has cooling effect, breathable second skin feel. And this comes in the new baby tees, which we have waited for forever. And it comes in white, Lover's Pink, Ring Pop, Lipstick Red, Mocha Berry, Barista Blue, Cold Brew, and Black. It's a modal spandex blend. And then length is meet and greet. It covers the belly button, but again, isn't going to go all the way down to the hip bones. The price on the baby tees I heard was $34, but again, with code Bailey, that saves you 10% off, so the price is gonna be around $30-ish. I did ask the team, I was like, because this is so similar to Oner Actives, and Oner Actives is $27, I was like, I feel like people are gonna be a little annoyed that these are very similar. And then Buff Bunnies is $34 versus Oner Active's $27. At least with the code, you're getting it $30, so that's like a $3 difference from the Oner Active one. And Oner Active, I believe, right now does not offer discount codes. And I know some of my girls on Discord were like, well, they offer 10% off student discount, so then it becomes even cheaper. So I just feel like to come out with a product so similar, I feel like they should have priced it more competitively, if that makes sense, like from a business standpoint. Like, and even I was a little bit like, if I see something so similar, respectfully, and I see a $34 price versus a $27, I love Buff Bunny, and I do love these, and I work with Buff Bunny, so I'm grateful I now have like a Buff Bunny baby tee. But like from a consumer standpoint, even I am just like, I'm gonna go with the cheaper one, especially if Oner Active starts giving discount codes or people use their student discount. That $27 becomes even cheaper, and it's like I just feel like the baby tees should have been priced maybe $30, and then with the 10% off, like I feel like that would have been priced very competitively. $34 is not bad. I am happy like that they priced it at that, rather than, I was a little nervous they were gonna do 40 something like they normally do for their top, and then again with the discount, technically 30. I was really nervous it was gonna be in the 40 range. I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. The fabric composition, let's get into it, is identical. The Oner Active one, I got an extra small in Oner Active, because they don't offer extra small. 92% modal, 8% elastane. Buff Bunny one is 92% modal, 8% spandex. Spandex is elastane, they just named differently. Shout out to my Discord girls for telling me that, because I clearly wasn't educated enough in that fabric sense. So I was like, But I was like, these feel the same, but one says spandex, one says elastane. So pretty much the same, just different names. But I will say, and again, it could be because of inconsistencies of color. Like right off the bat, they do feel very, very similar. I would say Buff Bunny feels the slightest bit silkier, stretchier. But again, almost identical. And also design-wise, very, very, very similar. Buff Bunnies has more of a cap sleeve to it. Is the slightest bit longer and has, I would say, a little bit less of a curved design, like rounded hem than Oner Actives. Oner Actives has less cap sleeve, it's a little bit shorter. And the Buff Bunny one might be the slightest bit thinner, which is why certain colors are gonna be a little bit more sheer, especially the white and Lover's Pink. Like, I'm seeing a lot of light through the Barista Blue, but I'm not seeing much through the Oner Active Purple, being completely honest. So I feel like it is a little bit thinner. And also the Buff Bunny one, the seams right here that go down the side, Oner Active has them too. However, the Buff Bunny ones curve in more. The seams aren't as a dramatic curve, and then more of like a straight sleeve. I like both. I do like the length a little bit more on the Buff Bunny one. And I personally like cap sleeves, so I do like the sleeves better on the Buff Bunny one, but I feel like a lot of people are 50-50 on whether they like cap sleeves or not. So I feel like that's gonna be the main difference on one, price, and two, the sleeves, because that is really the main difference of these two. But here is a Barista Blue extra small. Sizing is also very, very lenient in this. I got extra small and extra small to compare. So I got the extra small in Mocha Berry. And again, there's really not much difference, just a little bit less extra fabric, but I feel like the length still looks the same and still fits really nice. I like the curve seams. And again, it only curves in the front, whereas the back goes straight at the bottom hem. But the Honor Active one curves in the front and the back. I do love these. I will be buying more. Like, I definitely want Ring Pop, Lover's Pink, Cold Brew, because I do really like these, and I am glad that Buff Bunny came out with it. And again, with my code, it becomes a $3 difference. I do like the cap sleeves, so I personally like it, but again, just giving you guys that info. And then I got Lipstick Red. I'm glad we weren't allowed to pick our order this time, and I'm very happy. Like, I begged to have at least one bright color. So happy I got the Lipstick Red. Lipstick Red was in my collab. So this matching set, the Miracle Lipstick Red with the Baby Tee Lipstick Red, is going to freaking slay. And I think I'm wearing this to the gym today because stop it right now. That's the baby tees. Do I recommend them? Yes, I do like them. I personally like the cap sleeves. I like the length. I'm happy we finally have a baby tee, but it is quite similar to Honor Actives, and they both show sweat. My Honor Active one shows armpit sweat, and since the Buff Bunny material is the same, it also shows armpit sweat. Also, let me know if you want me to do a battles of the baby tee video, because I have been buying a ton of different baby tees in different fabrics from other brands, and I'm like, it would be probably a shorter video because it would just be about baby tees, but if you want to see that and see the differences of the different brands, definitely let me know, because I would be interested in doing something like that. Here's the extra small. Sizing is very lenient. Like, it definitely feels a little bit more snug, not uncomfortable, because the fabric is so stretchy. Like, the arm area doesn't feel tight. Right here doesn't feel snug. It just feels a little bit more form-fitting, and I think I personally prefer extra small. I like both, because again, it's really not that much difference. So I do think you can size down and be 100% fine. If anything, it just becomes a little bit shorter, very thin, very soft and stretchy, very similar to the Honor Active. Like, the fabric composition is the same. And the curve seams are a little bit more like curved in the Buff Bunny ones than the Honor Active ones. It's also just a smidge longer. Overall, it's very, very similar. And again, the price point is quite similar as well, especially once you use code Bailey. Stays put really well when I raise my arms. Here's the Honor Active one. So as you can see, it is slightly shorter than the Buff Bunny ones. And this is extra small. It also feels a little bit less slick and stretchy compared to Buff Bunny, but again, that could just be the color that I got from Honor, because I do know, and this happens with pretty much every brand I've tried, like, there's just, with colors, fabrics, there's usually always some type of inconsistency. It is quite normal. However, I have noticed specifically in Honor Active top, different colors can feel slightly different, like with my sand and gray and timeless. So I'm not sure if maybe other colors of their baby tees maybe feel a little bit silkier, like the Buff Bunny one. Don't know, this is the only one I have. Again, I feel like the Buff Bunny one feels a little bit stretchier and slicker, but again, they're almost identical, and even the composition is very similar, so it's probably just like a color thing. But again, as you can see, it's slightly shorter. The curve seams don't go in as much as Buff Bunny, but very, very similar. Both are gonna show sweat. I like both. Again, Honor Actives has a little logo right here, whereas Buff Bunny has their logo on the back in monochromatic, which I prefer. I'm not really crazy about that. So I like that Buff Bunny has the little like monochromatic B in the back, not the front. Shape seamless fabric, which we saw in Catherine's collection. Medium compression, ultra flexible. In the seamless flare legging. Now, I've tried this before. I can't really remember if like the fit change, like if there were fit changes. I just tried it on to shoot ecom, but those ended up getting cut from Catherine's and they came in bone. I'm really sad bone is not in this either. But it comes in barista blue, mocha berry, and black. And it's the shape seamless fabric, so same as the seamless leggings from Catherine's. There are 3 inseams, short, which is 28, regular, which is 30, and tall, which is 32. But will stretch to look 2 inches longer, light to medium compression, high rise, V-waist, glute contouring back waistband, no front side seam. So these are definitely the most flared leggings that Buff Bunny has ever done. It's giving mermaid. I got barista blue. Mocha berry is just not, like I like mocha berry, but is it one of my favorite neutrals they've done? No, like I definitely prefer, I would say the warmer mocha and then Brady brown to mocha berry. I do like it better than chai latte. But I feel like we've gotten mocha berry every launch that I am low-key sick of it. So when I saw that we had barista blue, which we haven't had in a while, I was like, please give me that one. I'm sick of mocha berry, okay? So here is the barista blue flare leggings. Now, I remember liking these a lot more when I shot them in ecom and bone. So I feel like they made changes because the glute seam, even though it's not insanely long, because I guess it's a seamless stretchy fabric, it is pulled. The glute seam goes so high and just a little bit, like I just feel like it isn't as flattering as some of their other short glute seams. Like it's definitely not the same glute seam as the shape leggings from Catherine's. Like that was a short glute seam. I love this glute seam. I was really hoping that the flares would have this glute seam, but they do not. It is a so it's roughly like a 4-inch glute seam. Back waistband rise is like total is 8, but that glute seam and then the V. So you've got here, let me show you right here. Got the 4-inch glute seam, but then, so this is a glute seam, and then this is the V back seam. So this, plus this being 4 inches, and then this being way past 4 inches, comes way past my glutes. I wish this was this length, and I wish this V seam came lower, like about like probably like 1.5 inches almost. Since this goes way past my glutes, and this being long, I'm getting extra fabric right here, extra fabric up here, whereas the form and the shape had much shorter glute seams, and I just feel like we're a lot more short glute friendly than this one. The seam right here, I just don't find them flattering. They don't even stay in my cheeks because of how long it is. Like it just slides right out. Whereas in the shorter glute seams that they're seamless, I don't have that issue. The glute seam on the new shape flares is even longer than the OG BBO. Miracle was short glute heaven because it was like short, like 2 inches. And I just love, literally, I bought a backup. As soon as it came in stock, I was like, I want a backup for my red in case anything happens. That's how much I freaking love the Miracle. And look how much shorter the glute seam is compared to that. If you have longer glutes, you're gonna be fine, you're not even gonna care, but us short glute girlies, we need the short glute seam. And then the waistband also comes more pointed than shape and has more of a severe V, which I do like. I just wish that it came lower to hit right at the top of the glutes versus way past. It would have been a lot more flattering. Say the compression tummy level is very similar. The fabric feels the same. Sheerness is also going to be the same because these were sheer, these are sheer. And then the waistband comes to a point, whereas this one did not. It just came straight. Crotch room looks to be a little bit longer in the flares than shape though, but I still feel like potentially you could get camel toe if you're camel toe prone. I get Barbie crotch, but I don't get a middle line, but it is snug down here. And then here are the flares. So they again are the widest flare that Buff Bunny has done. When you lay flat, it looks like a mermaid. I don't mind it, I like it on. I know some people have been a little iffy about it, but I don't mind a very dramatic flare personally. I just feel like those tweaks having a shorter glute and V-seam would have made me like these so much more. Just because I don't feel like they're as flattering as some of their other seamless leggings. They're not as flattering as like Buff Bunny aggressive scrunch flares, but they are more flattering, and I do like them more than like the Legacy, the contour pocket, the Legacy straight leg. But again, that's just my personal preference. They're also more flattering than Alphalete Tenacity, Alphalete Aura. So because it is a shorter glute seam than that, and I do like a seamless fabric, I just really hope if they come back out with it or give us a short glute option to shorten this glute seam and shorten the V seam. Tummy control though, it was 2-tiered. I liked the contour right here. And again, I personally like the really dramatic flare. I also would love to see the seamless wide leg, because I feel like you could do that easily with seamless, like the Oner Actives. Like having it be loose right, where did it go loose? I feel like right at the knee. Instead of flaring, it just went loose and like straight. I would love to see them try that as well, because I do really like that style. It makes the quads look insane. This color is sheer. It's a thinner fabric. You can see skin tone, so like even if you're wearing nude, depending on your skin tone, you're going to see it. So like not even like a thong is realistically going to help. If you have a tattoo, you're definitely gonna see it. I personally, it doesn't bother me. Like I'd still do legs in these. I don't care if you can see a little bit of skin. Like that really doesn't bother me, but just letting you guys know, because I do know it bothers a lot of people. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Mocha Bear is probably the same, because I feel like a lot of people also had that issue in the shape seamless leg as well. So for me, this is going to be like hot girl walks, yoga, Pilates, run errands. So the sheerness really, that doesn't bother me. It's not like I'm gonna be already yelling in these. I'd probably buy, personally with my own money, 1 pair, but that's it until they fix the glute seam, because they are comfy. I do like them. I like them a lot better than a lot of other flares I've tried. I just feel like they could be better with a thicker seamless fabric, shorter glute and V-seam, and then I would be like, these would be. Let me know in the comments down below if you put seams up your cheeks. I feel like it's 50-50. I don't know for me, but like I just naturally want to like pull it in there. It just feels weird when it's not. And it's also unflattering when it's not, in my opinion. But I'm like curious of how many people pull the seams in the cheeks versus who don't. Like I am curious. Is it, I feel like it's 50-50. I feel like some people hate it, some people love it. But I am curious. Let me know in the comments below. I like them, but I'm not in love with them. The glute seam, even though it is shorter, I guess because it's a seamless fabric, which makes it a lot stretchier, it's going way past my glutes, and so I don't find it that flattering. I really wish the glute seam was shorter. It does come a little bit longer. I love the waistband though. I feel like the waistband snatching, it is a little bit of a, it comes to a point. I'm not getting any camel toe, a little bit of Barbie crotch, but I don't care about that. But I just feel like because it's got so much stretch, the glute seam is going way past the glutes, and it's just like not really going in that easy. And then this seam goes way past the top of my glutes. If it hit shorter, these would be a lot more flattering like that. Just kind of flattens because it goes way past. So for that, I am a little disappointed. Obviously they're better than like any of Alphalite's flares, but they still, in my opinion, don't beat aggressive scrunch. If the glute seam was shorter, because like I'm just getting so much extra fabric up here, and it's honestly so upsetting, because even though it's a short, and then like this is just, I don't know, maybe I should have sized down like that. It doesn't lay flat, and then it just comes way, like my top of my glutes are right here, and it just goes way past, and it is sheer. Like you can see my skin tone and the sticker. Nude thong, I'm like fine, especially if you don't work out in it. Like I really wouldn't stress, but if you're gonna be working out in it, I'm like, like you're probably gonna see your skin through it, depending on your skin tone and what color you get. Yeah, it's the same materials, the shape seamless. So just the glute seam on those are more flattering though. However, I do, again, love the flares, and the flares are very wide. They're definitely the widest flare that Buff Bunny has. These are high rise. Even if you're longer torso, I feel like these are gonna hit high rise because they are so stretchy that you can easily pull them up. So this is regular length. And again, I can pull them down a little bit more. I'd say if you're taller, like I'm 5'4", definitely get the taller length. Because once you pull them in the cheeks, they do get a little bit shorter. So again, I love flares. I feel like it makes me look curvier. I would love to see a seamless wide leg like the Oner Active ones, because those make the quads look so good. But yeah, I would love to see if they come back out with these. I would really, really, really appreciate a shorter glute seam and shorter V seam. So like, you know how like you got the glute seam, but then you've got the seams that kind of come to the point where the glute seam is. I feel like that needs to be lower as well. Like these would be a lot more flattering. I'm a little disappointed in the backside, to be honest. I thought it was gonna be so good, and it's still a little too high for short glute gals, but they are comfy. I'm still gonna wear them. I still like them a lot better than like Outfleet Tenacity flares, Aura flares. I like them better than honestly the Legacy flares. I just still think for me personally, my aggressive scrunch are still #1, but I feel like these are probably second. Yeah, it has a good tummy control. It's very stretchy. Like it doesn't feel like you're gonna suffocate or anything, but it's also not just sitting there. And again, the flares, because they do come quite wide out right at the knees, so they are thick calf friendly. It just makes you look a lot curvier. And then you pair it, like look at the Barista Blue baby tee with the Barista Blue flares. The collagen fabric coming back, which has 4-way stretch, anti-UV function, cooling effect, and promotes softer skin. Yeah, I'm gonna scratch that. I don't believe that. Okay. Pop measurements of the bra right here. We've got the collagen sports bra, light to medium support level, soft V neckline, razor back straps, long line, removable bust pads. Comes in Mocha Berry Cold Brew and Onyx Black. I don't think I've tried this before. Did I? Maybe I did. I really can't remember. Well, I'm pretty sure it was it because I remember the floppy part. I'm talking about that. So yeah, I think I have this bra before, but in cold brew, extra small. This is extra small as well. I personally find it true to size. I like the fit. I feel like the straps fit great. They are more snug, so I would say if you have longer shoulders, I have short shoulders, so for me this works perfect. If you have longer shoulders, the straps might dig in a little bit, which is why I like having the adjustable strap feature. That way, if I want to tighten it, I can. If someone needs to loosen it, they can. Because I can see some people saying that it digs in on them if they have like longer shoulders. I have shorter shoulders, narrow chest. So for me, this fits perfect. Nothing's digging in. I've got good armpit coverage, good front boob coverage. I'm getting no gaping when I bend over, put my arms together. And then again, you've got the collagen band right here, the seam down here. I'm personally happy staying true to size. Again, it's got removable cups. This is Mocha Berry. And then the back just looks like this. Again, I don't feel like anything's personally digging in on me, but yeah. Collagen fabric, very comfortable. I definitely feel like for me, since I'm smaller chested, this feels higher support. Like I could, even though I don't run, I feel like I could run in this and be fine, but again, I don't have much up top. And then we have the collagen leggings, same colors, 26 full length inseam, medium compression, high rise, glute contour, no front rise seam. I hadn't received these leggings before, and Kara had said that the main tweak, I believe, was that they made it a little bit shorter rise and they got rid of the hidden back seam. I hate back seams, so I'm not mad about it. I know some people like that. The waistband, I feel like if you bend and stuff, does slightly, but only in the front. Like I really don't notice it that much. And I just feel like it's a lot more comfortable not having a top seam. I feel like it's a lot more flattering on the waist. When waistbands have top seams in the top of the waistband, I feel like it makes the most unflattering cut, and it like weirdly digs into my stomach. And I hate it, and I will not buy a legging if I find out it has a top seam. So I appreciate them getting rid of that feature. I am not a fan. I'm not really getting camel toe, but I feel like I am getting a little bit of V front or like Barbie crotch, but it doesn't bother me. And then you've got the 2 seams right here along the side glute, high rise. So I know I'm like, dang, how high was it before if they shortened it? Because this to me is It comes past my belly button. If it were any higher, I would not be a fan. I don't feel like this is short waistband. I feel like it feels high rise. I like the way it hits. The only thing I don't like is the glute seam. It's like I'm getting whale tail like Lululemon's. Like it's bunching at the top. And it just, like, as you can see, this is the glute seam. My crack stops like right here. And then this seam, the top of the glute seam, my butt stops right here. But it goes all the way up here. Like these would be even more flattering if this seam, the V glute seam, came even lower, and then this seam where it's supposed to contour hit right at the top of my glutes. I wish you guys could see. Like that would be a lot more flattering. Bro, let me start making my own leggings. I'm calling my leggings the short crack, short, that's what my website gonna be called. Short glute girls unite. Because I'm sick of this. These would be so much more flattering if that hit right there and this hit right here. Like you can't tell me. Like look how it just emphasizes the butt versus that. You can't tell me that's more flattering than when it's in the cheeks. It feels unnatural having it not be in there. And also the seam still goes way past my cheeks. So it's not even a matter of like me just wanting to pull them up in there and making it longer. It still, even when out of my cheeks, goes way past my glutes. It goes up higher because you pull in the cheeks. It goes up a little bit higher, but even when it's not my cheeks, it's still going past my glutes. And I don't like that. Regardless of if it's going in my cheeks or not, when the glute seam is too long and the V seam goes way past my glutes, it flattens. It's not as flattering. Here is the sticker in the collagen fabric. Not terrible. Like if you have a tattoo, you might slightly see it, but only when like bending or stretching. But nude thong, I think you're gonna be fine, especially if you have no tattoos or anything. I feel like this fabric's pretty thick. And obviously it's not as sheer as like they're seamless. Wildest Dreams set, both in a small. I do like the oversized fit. I don't really wear crops often, so realistically I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of it. It does hit at my belly button, so I don't feel like it's too short, but I feel like I'm personally more of like a full length. But again, I like that they have options for those that do like crops. It's got a fitted cuff, and the cuff is quite snug. There's not much stretch right here. It's got the Buff Bunny logo down here. Relaxed cropped fit. So inside is like a terry material. Outside is very soft. It's got good stretch. It is a thinner material. And then you've got the shorts, a lot of stretch, are high rise, drawstring. My cheeks aren't out, so I actually don't mind these. But since it's winter, I don't know if I'm gonna be wearing these even in the house because it's quite cold in my house. Stitching right here that's like cuffed, pockets, and then pockets in the back as well. Again, cheeks aren't out or anything, so it's a decent length, but I just don't realistically know how often I'm gonna wear shorts like this, especially now that it's winter and a crop set. Like, this will probably be like lounging in summertime or spring because it's too cold to be wearing this in my house. I'm actually quite freezing right now. Yeah, I don't mind it. The material is nice. I still think I probably prefer threads or cloud because I like the soft fleece over the terry, but it's just not something I typically normally wear. And then we have the Legacy tee. And this material is, I would say, more similar to the t-shirt material from my Juicy collection. The stiffer, not as soft. So I don't know if it's maybe because it's white and like the colorful ones that I've gotten from like Grounds, which have been softer, weren't white. So I don't know, but it's definitely not as soft as the previous tees, long sleeve tees that have dropped. It is that stiffer cotton feel. I definitely prefer the Grounds ones over this one, but says Legacy Club, Buff Bunny Collection, nothing on the back. I get a medium in these tops for a little bit extra length and more oversized fit. Of accessories, we've got quite a bit. I, again, didn't get to pick. If I could have picked, I would have obviously gotten lipstick red in everything, especially the gym bag. The gym bag is going to be more affordable. I believe it's gonna be under $50, so I am tempted to snag. Because one, I love lipstick red, and two, I love a bright gym bag. Definitely cheaper than the ultimate pocket duffel. I honestly wish I would have known this was coming out. I would have recommended probably that one more because it is so much more cheaper and you get it in a fun color. So I wish I would have known. So they've got the gym bags in Mocha Berry Lipstick Red, and then they've got the Game Changer backpack and the Game Changer Max backpack, I believe. I definitely prefer the Max one now that I've used that for traveling. I literally am used to, like, when I opened this one and only had one pocket at the top, I was like, wait, where's the other one? And realized that's my Max. I just feel like you have a lot more compartments. You're able to fit a lot more. This one literally only has one big zip, whereas the other one has two. You've obviously got stuff inside that you can fit, and then like your laptop pouch and stuff and your size, but that second zip and being able to bump it out more really does make a difference. And so I just think I prefer the bigger one, fit more of my junk. And then they also have these belt bags. Again, I wanted Lipstick Red, but they sent everyone Mocha Berry, and I'm sad. The belt bag, again, very similar to Lululemon's. I feel like the material and quality is very similar as well. It's got tonal hardware. A zipper in the back. Comes with an attachment strap if you need it longer. And then a hook right here for like your doggy bag or whatever, your keys. And then it's got two pockets on the inside. It does fit a lot. Have it in Berry Ice. Like, I just would have loved to have a bright rather than neutral because I already have neutral, so a little bummed about that. And then we got crew socks coming back in a pack of 3. Everything for this Buff Bunny Fall Winter Essentials capsule, which is dropping December 11th, 1 p.m. CST. Code Bailey will save you 10% off. Does help support me, so if you use my code, make sure to screenshot and let me know so I can personally say thank you and enter into my December giveaway. Thank you so much for the support, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.